So when I get back, he's nowhere to be found, and I don't know where none of his homeboys stay because they were like just street boys in and out of everybody's house. And I'm not about to go, knock on these people's door. And I just didn't have. I was like, obviously you needed more than me. I'm not even tripping over it. I am tripping over it because I needed it, to move or whatever. But obviously you need it more than I do because he's done that before. He's stolen money out of my hundreds, dollars, 20s, all that stuff out of my purse. Even one time tried to even blame my oldest son, and I'm like, my kids don't do that. I know they don't do that because all they have to do is just ask me and they already got it. Even with him, I even told him that because he tried to use, oh, why, even if I act, no, you're just a thief. Because I remember his mom was saying like he does stuff like that. That's why he's not allowed to stay at her house with her husband, which is his stepfather. That's why he never has nowhere to go. Like, he always have to either get somebody pregnant or sleep with a female and, try to create these family, because even his sisters, beside the youngest one, won't allow him in their household because he steals. And then he brings all types of people into the house. So even with his mom, like, he can't stay with his mom because his mom is choosing her husband over him, because I think when he was in high school, whatever, he pulled a knife out on his stepdad, because he stole weed and money from him. Like, that's the type of person he is. So I said, okay, whatever. I'm moving out this weekend anyways. So ended up getting a new apartment. I don't know how, and I'm still trying to think about it to this day, but somehow, some way, me and Jolene ended up getting back in contact with each other around this time or whatever. So, and this time she's a truck driver. She's driving trucks with Nixon. So we ended up getting back in contact with each other a couple of months, I think a month or two after I moved in. And so I would keep in contact with her. And I guess now they call it trauma bonding. That's why I would always gravitate more to her than my best friend, because Jolene was a sweetheart and she had compassion. And like I said, she's in an abusive relationship. She got kids by this dude. And, she actually understood what I was going through, I guess that's why our relationship was always the way it was, because we could relate to each other, which I found out later that's trauma bonding. So, loving the new apartment. We were there for a couple of months. The kids are enjoying it. They're still going to the same school. The kids are the smaller ones are still, nobody knows I'm pregnant except my best friend, of course. And then I ended up telling Jolene that I was pregnant. So I'm in my room, like I'm going through depression really heavy around this time. Like, this is where like suicide was really like prevalent in my head, like very heavy. And because my youngest, my third oldest daughter was still like a baby, and my children are very privileged, and like I said, they always got what they needed and always got what they want. So controlling them, even for me, even to this day, I blame myself for a lot of how they act now, and it's like I created them. So a lot of times I just suffer in silence because I created them to be like this. Not to really be like this, but it gets so overwhelming sometimes. So I remember like just going through old pictures, going through old text messages, going through old things. And I'm like, I'm pregnant. Like this time I'm like 6 months. Find out I'm having another girl. He still doesn't know. And I'm going just reminiscing, and I'm like, I don't know how I know how I keep, because I keep going back, but how I keep getting pregnant. Now I'm going to be a single mom of 5 kids. Like, all I was asking was for God to, like, get him right. Like, I really don't want to start over. I'm about to have this dude's 3rd kid. I'm just really just overwhelmed at this point. So I'm going through Facebook, going through old stuff, posting or whatever. And mind you, I would check on his page sometimes, and then I would go through all his baby mama's page, the one that I could, because some of them ended up blocking me. But I still had all his passwords to all his stuff. He never changed it. So when I'm going through, and I didn't know, people you may know, when they pop up and they're not connected to you, or they're not friends with people that you're friends with, they just pop up on your people you may know. Those people constantly look you up. So they're gonna come up on your people you may know. I found that out. So the Tay girl popped up, because I already knew what she looked like, because like I said, I went on her page. So I already seen her, but it wasn't the same name. It was like she made a new page, but this time with the second person I had children with his last name. I kept seeing it, and I wasn't thinking nothing of it, because it was a picture of her and then this dude, but you can't really see the dude's face. So I'm not paying nothing to it, and then I'm like, wait, something's not right about this. So I finally click onto the page. It's him and her all cuddled up in my truck, in my SUV. And in the picture, she has the single lead braids, the one that I found in my car. So I'm going through the pictures. Oh, there's multiple pictures of them together, all in my truck.